everyone, I'm Adrienne and welcome to my channel, The Minimal Approach. Today I will be sharing my most recent makes, so if it's something that's interesting for you, please stay tuned. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that Montreal Fractals, the event that we organized with some of my sewing friends, was a very big success, and I strongly encourage you to be part of the community and meet other sewists if it's something that you'd like, because I think everybody at the event got something out of it and met some new friends and was able to connect with someone that maybe they only know through Instagram or YouTube. So I really strongly encourage you to meet your friends outside of the internet and connect with other sewists. It's been a while since I did a sewing makes video. It's for different reasons. I've been very busy with work and also with my personal life, so that's why. So I won't be sharing all the makes that I sewed between my last makes video and today, but I will be sharing my most worn or favorite makes. So the first thing that I will be sharing is this dress from Jalie, and it's the Rachel dress. It has a twist in the front, and it would be a lot longer than this if I didn't shorten it by 5.5 inches, which is approximately 12.5 centimeters. I shortened it because I didn't have enough fabric, so that's the first reason why. And also because I tend not to like things that are longer on me, a lot like lower my knee, so it's a good length for me. I also shortened the sleeve by approximately 1 inch, so 2.5 centimeters. I really like this dress. I like this twist. I love the little funnel neck. I think it's a great silhouette on me, and I think it's a flattering style for a lot of silhouettes too. As always, Jalie has a very good sizing system. I would say that I'm always between a size R and S, and it usually fits very well. One thing about these twist dresses or shirts, they have the weirdest pattern pieces, and it can be hard to figure out what they'll be in the end or to adjust them, but the pattern specifies where you should lengthen or shorten the length of the body or of the lower part of the dress, so it's really no problem with that. That's it for this Rachel dress from Jalie. I really like a wrap dress, and this Erika dress from Seamwork is a pattern that really caught my eyes a long time ago, and I really wanted to make it, but I just didn't have the fabric, or it wasn't just not a priority for me because I don't get to wear dresses as much as I want. But for the holidays I was like, I need a new wrap dress, and this one is a velvet knit that's shiny from Couture, and I really like it. I think it's so festive. One thing that I would change about this dress is that the length goes just on my knee, really not a little bit under or above. It's really on my knee, so I really need to shorten it to make it probably like 2 or 3 inches above my knee. Other than that, it's a very simple make, and again, I think that wrap dresses are very flattering, so I really like them. Make me feel very good about myself. Also, it features a kind of like a band, neck band that goes all around. It really stays close to your body, and you don't need to be afraid that it will gap in the front. This pattern features a little like tie belt on the side, and it really folds over and wraps like all around your body, so again, when you walk there's no like gapping, or nobody can see inside the dress. I didn't make any adjustment on this pattern, and I really like it. The next garment I made is this blouse. It's from a Big 4 pattern, which is something I rarely do. It's a simplicity blouse. It's a pattern from my mom that she gave to me a while ago, and this size was already cut because she was like going in with no fear and she wasn't tracing her patterns, so all the sizes are already cut, so you kind of have to live with it. So this is probably like 2 sizes smaller than what the body measurements were suggesting me to sew, but I know that with Big 4 patterns there's usually a lot of ease, so it fits fine, but I don't have a lot of room to wiggle around, and I wouldn't go and exercise in this blouse. The things that I like about this pattern is the large cuffs and the gatherings right here. I like that there's 2 buttons, and I feel like it gives a little bit of like a romantic, dramatic vibe to the blouse. I think that the neckline is a little bit too high. There's a facing and there's a nook and eye closure at the back. That's fine too. Since it's a little bit too small, it's a little bit too short as well, and it's a little bit tight at the hips area. Things that I don't like about this blouse. I really didn't understand how you were supposed to do the finishing on the cuffs. I had to add a little bias tape here because I really didn't get how you were supposed to finish the seam. That's something that really threw me off. Other than that, I think the construction was fine. I was trying to sew this fabric from Minerva Craft that was gifted to me in exchange of a blog post. I love the color, I love the drape, I love everything about it, but it's really thin and it's really hard to sew. So if you do not use starch spray, it's harder, and you know, you really need to be patient and stuff, which I'm not. So I cut it all the pieces, but the pieces shifted a little bit, so I feel like it's not perfect, and I should have sprayed the fabric before cutting it, but that's not something I did. But then I realized soon enough that I should have done it, so I did it, and around the seams and, you know, the edges, and it went much smoother afterwards. I'm wearing a, I don't know if you can see, I'm not sure if you can see something, but these are the Parker Ponte pants by Style Arc. It's the first time that I'm making Style Arc pants, and I'm in love. I made a size 10, no adjustments, not even on the length, and they fit great. It's a very simple pattern, so it doesn't have any pockets, and it's basically like 4 pieces. So you know, you have like little kind of like yokes here, you have the front, the back, that's it, and you have the waistband, and it's an elasticized waistband, and they have you zigzag the top of the elastic on the inside of the waistband, which is genius in my mind. I never did this before. I usually do a casing and then put the elastic inside, but then the elastic rolls over and shifts and stuff, and it's so like weird and uncomfortable. So I like these. I can see myself wearing these all the time and that fabric is a Ponte from Minerva Craft as well. It's labeled as a medium weight, but to me it feels more like a lightweight. It's stretchy and it's not really structured like I imagined the medium weight Ponte. So to match that, I made a little blazer, and it's the Evans from Adrian & Made, and I really like this pattern. I made it before in a more structured Ponte knit from Globetex, a shop in Montreal, and now I did it again in this Ponte from Minerva Craft. I really like the color. I think this tan color goes with everything. I didn't put in a button yet because I didn't do it on the first version I made, and I don't really mind, but now I think I'll have to add one because it's a little bit more, yeah, lightweight. It's an online blazer. It features a little welt pocket, which are a lot easier to do in a Ponte than with a woven fabric. Overall, very easy pattern to do. So I did no adjustment on either the pants or the blazer. Here is a second Tania Coatigan that I did. It's made out of this very festive knit. I don't know if you can see, but it really features glitters and stuff. It's not a fabric that I would have bought, but I won it, so I mean, I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to sew it and make something out of it. So I made this Jalie, Tania, kind of like a Coatigan. Not sure how I feel about it. I feel like it's a little bit big on me, which is weird because I made one in a Ponte knit, and it fits just well, so I don't know. This time it's lined too. I used the lining that I want. It's not how I imagine it to be, so I'm a little bit disappointed by this one, and I don't know if this fabric was the best fabric choice. But what I figured out is that it looks like an easy fabric to sew, but there's so many little like fluff of fabric. I don't know how to say this. It's like sewing velvet, and it made me rethink wanting to do a faux fur coat. I've been thinking of making the Serra jacket from Polinalis, you know, the sporty version. I think it's View B, in a faux fur fabric. But after making this, I'm like, I don't know. There were like little fluffs of of like fabric everywhere. It was so messy. And the latest make that I'll be sharing is this Jarrah sweater that gives me major vintage vibes. I don't know what is it about it, but I think it's this fabric that I got from, it's a secondhand fabric. I just bought like a bag, a lady was selling that for 20 bucks, and I made this because there wasn't enough to do the full sweater with this fabric, so I had to color block it with white fabric. This sweater is just one of the best patterns I've made. I love the funnel neck. I think I'll get a lot of wear out of this sweater during the holidays because it's really cozy, and I just want to make more. I really like all the different options. It's so comfortable and cozy, and I mean, I'm off for 2 weeks for the holidays, so it's really great to get to wear something as cozy as this. So this is it for my makes. I wish you all happy holidays. I hope you get some rest and that you get to spend time with your family. I'll see you in the next sewing video. Bye!